skyscrapers, and winded southward towards treasured sites in Christianity.
All right. Welcome to Goof On, everybody. It is the last week of December, and it is the 27th of 2021. How the health are you? It's Monday. Who cares? So what? Big deal. It's the beginning of the week. Get used to it. You have to be used to it. Because what if it's the last days on Earth? I'm just saying, if it is, oh, in the name of the Father and the Son of the ghosts and all them people. That would suck. We're going to talk about that tonight. Because what if there's an asteroid coming right to us, and I have a video from Into Thin Air that may say something that is more than a coincidence. It could be the truth. It could be the end of time. And this could be the last few shows of Goof On ever. I mean, what if it is? Probably not. But I'm glad you're here on this Monday evening, because it is the last week of 2021. And I'm glad you can spend a few moments here with Goof On. There we go. Ooh. Let me get that up there nicely. I don't know how that got misrobbed. What a weekend. What a weekend. Glad you're here. I know I said it 3 times. I don't know what I'm saying. Yeah, I see you guys here before the show, and I'm like, now I got to do the show. There's 36 people waiting before we even get started. There's no pressure there. Who's this guy? William Bridges. Well, he just took it, rolled it up, and $5. Shot out of a cannon today, kids. That's right. It's a whole new show, even though it's the same show. It's a whole new me, even though it's the same me. Hey, you don't get this anywhere else. You don't get real talk anywhere else. You get this everywhere else. I want to thank Mr. William Bridges for his $5 contribution. Of course, it keeps Goof On running with every bit of help. So thank you very much. You are a supporter of Goof On, I see. Thank you, Mr. Bridges. No! We're not robots here. We're people. And people want to live forever. And I want to live forever. Don't think I will. But I'm saying the chances are we're all going out. I don't want to go out on some mushroom cloud. No. Mr. Bridges, thank you. You are a continuing supporter of Goof On. Mucho gusto, generoso. You can help support Goof On any way you want. PayPal, Cash App, become a patron. You can do all that. You could even drop in a dime here on the show. What do they call it? Super sticker, super chat. Perfect example. Who's this? What am I seeing here? I'm seeing colors. You realize that. This stuff is starting to kick in. What am I seeing here? I saw blue. Somebody sent me a blue. Oh, here it is. That girl, Jessica. Oh. Yeah, well, thank you, Jessica. Yeah, no, you're rich. You're not poor. She says, I'm poor. Hope everyone had a great holiday. No. You're rich because your heart gave what little that it could. I've been doing it too to my favorite shows out there. All right, 2 shows. But hey, still, thank you, that Jessica girl. That girl, Jessica. I was doing good until that point, right, Jessica? Jeep girl, is it? Is that you? But thank you for the 2 bones. Hey, every little bit helps, man. This is a show that survives on super chats and asteroids. Thank you, that girl, Jessica. A continuing supporter of Goof On as well. Roll call, Fancy Stardust. Never seen you. Glad to see you. Welcome to the show. That girl, Jessica, welcome to the show. John Hintz, welcome to the show. Dorothy Hawkins, a continuing supporter of Goof On, welcome to the show. John Hintz, also a continuing supporter of Goof On, welcome to the show. Complazert also contributes to Goof On, welcome to the show. Unidentified, same with you, continuing supporter of Goof On. Denbub, you too. Welcome to the show. World in Chaos, you too. Welcome to the show. Into Thin Air, welcome, you too, to the show. Off-World Adam is also a continuing supporter of Goof On. Welcome to the show. Chuck Bam is a continuing supporter of Goof On. It's not easy to keep doing. Coral Ann definitely contributes a lot to Goof On. Welcome to the show. All right, I'm going to stop that now. Karen O, welcome to the show. And Will Strong Nova Star, welcome to the show, my friend. David Martin, welcome to the show. Lucky Mole, welcome to the show. Graham McNeil, the show welcomes you. Nice. I don't know what you did. Nice. Jill Tate, did I say it? I'll say it again anyway. Welcome to the show. Kimberly Markle Silva, welcome to the show. I don't goof on anyone. That's not what goof on means. But welcome to the show. Samantha Morris, welcome to the show. Ninja Realm, welcome to the show. Emma Crane, welcome to the show. 10 seconds. Lee Crane, welcome to the show. Billy Henderson, welcome to the show. D. Tubman, welcome to the show. Alcy Tiger, third phase of Griffonian Rock Fam, welcome to the show. Tim Freestone, welcome to the show. 5. Murder Hornet's Nest, welcome to the show. Alfie Joe Bob, welcome to the show. Who's coming in that front door? Dorothy Lang, haven't seen you in a long time. Good to see you. That's it. Now the rest, I just get the stragglers. Marvin Dale Likens Jr., welcome to the show. Sky Allen, welcome to the show. Simon Pearson, welcome to the show. Joe Rose, John Rose, same thing. It isn't, but there it is. Welcome to the show. That does it? Nope. Don Doyon, welcome to the show. Brett S., welcome to the show. IR Film, welcome to the show. If I didn't say your name, doesn't mean I don't love you. It means I can't get to everybody. We'll be here all day. But I'm glad you're here. Nice show we got for you tonight. What's up, Paul Cargo and Christopher Adams? Welcome to the show. Two Moons Rising. Welcome, Castler360. Welcome, Aragami Sensei. Welcome to the show. Ooh, my goodness. Where are you guys coming from? Javier Aponte. Welcome to the show. See? It's a lot of people tonight. I mean, we don't usually have this many until later, right? Right? After the first hour, once Jimmy Church ends, they all come over here. Chuck Bam with a $1 super chat. He just took it, shrunk it up into a little ball, and threw it at me. You actually threw it at me. Thank you. I appreciate the $1 support. Mucho gusto generoso. Chuck Bamso, continuing supporter of Goof On. As is World in Chaos 76. You took the $10. You literally rolled it up into a joint and put it in, I don't know, some sort of ball. Oh, you got this side. It's $10. Yep, $10. Thank you. And a mucho gusto generoso to you. Some people get mad that I lay out all the super chats during the show. You tell me. What should I do? World in Chaos 76, thank you. A continuing supporter of Goof On. Yeah, welcome to the newcomers. Thank you for joining us here tonight. We're going to talk about a couple of things tonight, as we always do on Goof On. We mix it up. This show is not like any other show. For those of you who have never been here before or caught, a replay or an archive, you get to see me talking to you about the things that are either wrong with or curiously strange with the paranormal. That's almost like redundant. I know. I get it. Believe me, I'm here with you. But a couple of things just don't make sense in the grand scheme of everything we're being told, living through, going through, right? You could even look at this year, 2021, and say, I don't know any other year that had so much strangeness in either mainstream media or any platform for that matter. It's just been ridiculous. And, I do. I look at the things and I want to believe, just like you. There's nothing in my heart that doesn't want me to believe in the things that we see on video, the things that they're talking to us about in mainstream media. I'd love to believe it wholeheartedly, but I can't, because I've been through this field. Everybody knows this field who's here. I'm not going to get into the negative, and I don't even think it's negative. I think what I speak is a realistic way, a point of view that is rarely looked upon for some reason, and I don't understand it. For instance, and I don't mean to be a broken record. In Zane, Thank you for the $7.50. You are continuing supporter of Goof On. Just pshoo, America, I guess, right? Isn't that what that is? The flag? It's mucho gusto, generoso. Thank you, man. Thank you. A continuing supporter of Goof On. You gotta say thank you. Thank you. So, this year, we were told, and I'm gonna just say it because I don't give a crap, lies. Lies about the 180 days. Lies about things that are flying over our airliners at hypersonic speed. Lies about what kind of office are we going to get in the DOD inside the Pentagon. Lies from regular people. Unprovable things, though, like Anjali and David Wilcock with this flying car. And among other things, you could just throw a dart and just hit anywhere in ufology, the paranormal, and you're going to find somebody pulling some bullshit scheme. I particularly look inside the ghost world, the UFOs, and see a lot of things that, are just bold-faced lies. Jeremy Corbell, you know the videos he produced. Not UFOs, not a pyramid, not a swarm. And then you have Luis Elizondo telling us all sorts of stuff without any evidence, without any proof. Same thing, I know, but that's the redundancy of ufology. You just go around in circles and circles and circles, and you hear the same stuff over and over, and it's just a new face, a new brand, a new ribbon on the box. I don't like it. Bothers me. And yet, these people who continually mislead, disinform, lie, they meet up with like-minded people who will support it and give it the green light as a legitimate thing. David Wilcock shouldn't even be allowed to be on YouTube talking lies like that. YouTube should, But I don't want YouTube. But the way things have been going, you would think YouTube wouldn't like that. Fact check, not flying car. There ain't going to be if that flying car demonstration doesn't happen next year in October, David Wilcock should never be spoken about again in the field. Ever. That's it. He's on center stage. He came to us with that. We didn't go to him. He perpetrated. He told us about. He said he would. And in the past, if you look at his past, a lot of things he said never came true. So why do we keep putting up with this bullshit? Because it only takes one. It only takes one story to be real. Look at me. I took the Crazy Eye Corbell course of learning how to speak. You got to look all three directions. You got to look east, north, west, north, east, north, west, Jesus hands. And then you got to do this. Melons in the Jesus hand. And then you got to keep doing this. This means I'm earnest, honest, I'm being sincere right here. This movement. Shut it. But when people lie and it hurts, like somebody spent money they didn't have. Somebody took the medication that they said would cure them, didn't, kind of hurt them more. When people buy into something that isn't real, that hurts people. Like, an asteroid. Just throwing it out there. What if an asteroid was heading towards Earth? Would they tell us? I just watched it just before the show. I watched Don't Look Up. I had a brief conversation with Into Thin Air. I always forget the beginning of your name. I'm so sorry. Who made a video about weird coincidences having to do with, I don't know, an asteroid, deflection rockets of an asteroid, dates, times, names, actors? Are you kidding me? Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? You have to say it. You have to say mouth. Yeah, you have to say mouth. M-O-U-F. Yes, that's how you say mouth. It's the new way to say it. Mouth. Like Ralph Mouth. Get your own show. You don't like the way I'm talking? Get your own show. And with permission granted, I am going to play you a video from Into Thin Air that I'm looking for. Why isn't it here? I had it up on the ready. I'm such a Lou. Here we go. I don't like this forgetfulness that's happening to me lately. See, I didn't forget. I did. I had it ready. But a couple of days ago, he put a video out there called The Truth About Don't Look Up. Christmas comet. I'm going to play it. I tell you this much. It's interesting. I like coincidences so much, I have to say, this one, it's up there in interesting world fashion. This one's up there. See, I'm a little worried that it's so coincidental that it might be true. Can you imagine spending the last few days of your lives on Earth? You had 5 months. 5 months. But the media doesn't want to talk about it. They want to shield us from it. And in that movie, Don't Look Up, there were a lot of things, even though they were making fun of everything. And let me tell you, I didn't find it so funny. Because some of that stuff that they were talking about, like showing how mainstream media acts, showing how dummy down society has gotten, showing how distracted we are as people, how we don't believe anything we see. We have gotten to that point in this world where everything is the truth and nothing is the truth. Huh? I said it. I think I said it right. Everything and nothing is the truth. Into Thin Air shows us Behind the Veil, I think. Oh, don't forget to buy that Third Phase of Moon album. Behind the Veil. All right, here we go in 3, 2, go. I had the mute button on.
December 25th, 2021.
Hold on. Thank you, Into Thin Air. Links will be in the description after the show.
All right, everybody, welcome back. It is Christmas Day, 12:06 p.m., December 25th, 2021. I want to talk about something that has to do with Christmas. As you can see on your screen, the Christmas comet. Now, why is this so interesting? Well, for one, this comet comes around every 80,000 years. This is actually going to blow some of you away if you know what I'm talking about. But Comet C/2021 A1 or Comet Leonard. Yes, the comet's name is Leonard, and I'll get into the significance of that in just a second. And also being called the Christmas comet. Why? Because we could see it during the holiday season 80,000 years after it was said to be in the skies over Earth and will be visible throughout the United States through the rest of this year. In fact, basically every major news outlet has posted some sort of article on the Christmas comet. I'll make sure to link a lot of these in the description box of the video. But something else very significant over the last few days has taken place when it comes to comets, asteroids, or space rocks, was the release of a dark satire movie starring Leonardo DiCaprio and Jennifer Lawrence called Don't Look Up. Now, I've spoken about this movie in the past because it was being put out to the public at the same exact time was the launch of one of the biggest NASA missions ever. And that involves basically the movie Armageddon coming to life. I'm going to read this to you very quickly. A SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket carrying NASA's Double Asteroid Redirection Test, or DART, spacecraft has launched from the Space Launch Complex in California. Now, I want you to notice the dates here. This happened a month ago on November 23rd, and that happens to be exactly when they started advertising this movie that did not come out in theaters, mind you. This is on Netflix streaming for those of you that have it, and I made a few videos talking about the timing of it and why a movie about an asteroid with a 100% chance of hitting Earth is being put out as a satire movie, while NASA is literally telling the public in all sorts of ways that it's time for us to go launch rockets into space and
blow apart an asteroid. We're going to continue there, but I wanted to halt it for a second because this is what I believe could be the leak that who knows, man, if our government does it this way. It seems like every time there's a catastrophic movie that comes out, like 2012. You know, they timed that movie when 2012 came out, remember? And everybody thought, oh, the Mayan calendar, they were right. No, they were wrong. So don't let my very nonchalant fear-mongering tempt you into believing that something is coming this way. All I'm saying is, it's interesting. Okay? I think it's interesting. The timing that they start advertising the movie Don't Look Up when they send up those asteroid deflection rockets into space on November 23rd. That's not a coincidence, man. And it's called Leonid or Leonard, whatever. It's like Leonardo DiCaprio. Come on, man. Come on. Let's finish this out. 2 minutes.
Blow up asteroids as an Earth defense system. And I just want to be very clear here. I'm just making some connections here and having a little fun with this. But at the same time, I am throwing this out there to you for your opinion. What do you think this all means? To go through the timeline and to put this all together, just think about this for a second. So for months, NASA starts talking about the Double Asteroid Redirection Mission, or DART. We started covering that on the channel. You can basically jump online anywhere and find different diagrams and explanations about exactly how they're going to do this or what they're doing to deflect the path of an asteroid. You can see right here, even NASA's talking about the movie Armageddon, which was basically that situation. An asteroid heading towards Earth with a 100% chance of impact, just like in the movie Don't Look Up, which then began being advertised at the same exact time that NASA started talking about the launch mission. So you guys know me, that immediately got my spidey senses going, and I made some connections with the NASA mission and the movie alone. But now we need to throw something else in the mix.
Oh, man.
And that's the fact that we are being revisited by a comet from 80,000 years ago that just happens to have the name Leonard. You know, kind of like Leonardo. I was able to watch some of the movie last night before I fell asleep.
All right. You guys, I didn't mean to show so much. Well, I might as well. The rest of it's pretty much saying that, well, I'll just play it. Damn it. I forget how it wasn't a long video.
So I will go ahead and finish it, and I gotta say, it's definitely good. Even though it's satire and it's a dark comedy, it really is a lot of fun to watch. And once we get through the holidays and stuff like that, I'm sure we're gonna spend plenty of time breaking it down. I know most of you have a ton going on for the next...
Right. So think about this, and thank you, Into Thin Air. The link will be in the description as soon as the show ends. You know, within 20-30 minutes, I get it up there. Because sometimes I forget to play videos and I don't drop the link in. That's why, because I didn't play it. But I did not want to let that one go. So thanks again, Into Thin Air, for allowing me to play that. Because it does play into what I'm talking about. And it seems like mainstream media, we thought, okay, this is how much bullcrap mainstream media is. Now you have another example to keep an eye on. If an asteroid doesn't come here or hit the Earth within a few months, fear-mongering. Why? What's the purpose? To get us all lovey-dovey while they break everything up? I mean, there's so much divide in this world. A comet would bring us together. I tell you that. Yeah, there would be the regular looting and people getting revenge on other people before the asteroid hits. But nonetheless, we would all get together and hold each other as the object hits. I may say some things about the movie Don't Look Up, so if you don't want the spoilers, well, what can I tell you? It's been out for a few days. But I like what they did in the movie. Because it really, even though it was satire, it was pretty much, I mean, The woman who played President, Meryl Streep, I think she was the woman version of Donald Trump. That's who I think she was supposed to be. That's the impression I got. But I cannot, for the life of me, know who Leonardo DiCaprio was playing as the nervous, pill-popping, scared of his own shadow scientist. And then they had, what's her name, who was in Mockingjay? What was her name? Heather Hawkins? Dorothy? What's her name? She was in there. I don't know who she was supposed to be. I guess she looks like every woman scientist, had the straight bangs and kind of looked like a mullet type of haircut. You don't know if she's a lesbian, but she could be. Maybe she's bi. But she's a scientist. What does she have time for? Not a shower. Obviously, no, I'm joking. But it's true. Everybody in this movie played a role that we see in today's world. And I have a feeling, if this is going to happen, that something's going to be imminent within the next couple of years. Anywhere from tomorrow. And because right now you can see the comet, the Christmas comet in the sky for the next, I don't know, couple, 3 weeks. During the night. In the right weather conditions. With binoculars connected to a telescope with infrared. No, you can see it though. Every 80,000 years. So here we go again. A little bit of fear-mongering. Throwing in the movie. Because they did this with Armageddon. I think Armageddon came out in 97, 96, somewhere around there. We were nearing towards the year 2000. And everybody said, oh yeah, the year 2000, forget about it. Jesus coming back, it's over for you sinners. Is it? Was it? I'm still here. What happened? Oh, in 2001, something major happened. Didn't take down the whole world. And Armageddon didn't seem to play into that terrorist action of our own country. Huh? What'd you just say? No, Bush did it. What? Stop it with those conspiracies. So I like to tell everybody, hey, do your own research. Whatever you believe is no different than what I believe. But I believe that we were given a secret message. And then what else coincided with this movie launch? Say it. Say it. James Webb Telescope. That's right. We were here Christmas morning at 6:30 a.m. I was disappointed, but I got scolded for my actions on that show because the rocket launched and it went into the clouds and we didn't see anything because the clouds were in the way, and I shut it down, and then minutes after I shut down the stream, they're in space showing us, but no, I'm not buying it. I didn't like it. I say if you're going to launch something, get the clouds out of the way. And I was scolded for talking about the people who were talking about this launch, who were, the broadcasters or whatever. Yeah, I didn't like it. Yeah, it's my opinion. I think I'm allowed to have it. I didn't like it. Nah, these people. What do you mean, these people? The lady who did it, I don't know. It just bothered me. The whole thing bothered me. I didn't wait all these years and countless cancellations of launch to not see this rocket in its full glory. I'm here with you. I want to watch it every single inch of the way in case something goes wrong. And I never wanted it to explode, but I wanted to see it explode if it did, and we wouldn't have seen that. And why is it we can't see inside these cockpits? The capsule. I want to see what's going on in there. Don't you think we deserve to see what's going on in there? Where'd they send that thing? 1,000,000 miles away. I want to see the equipment get jostled around. I don't know. You know, I want my eyes on things. I want my eyes on things. And I almost feel like they kept delaying it the last few days. You know, it was supposed to launch on the 24th at a certain time. Then they backed up the time on the 24th. Then they made it the 25th at 7. Then it was 6 or 5. They changed it. And I'm thinking, does this have to do with the cloud cover? Because that's just me. I'm thinking, you know, they're hiding something because they always do. Well, they don't always do. But I don't like how they put this movie out. We can all watch it on Netflix. Don't Look Up. And yet, when they did look up in the movie, see, the movie put the name there because the government didn't want you looking up. They didn't want you to see the truth. They tried to play it off as, it's just passing by, or we're going to deflect it, or we're going to blow it up. And everything they did didn't work. And they still put it off like, nothing happening. Nothing. And then they had this little thing on TV, and the big sign that says, don't look up. And one guy looks up and he sees the comment and goes, what the hell is that? They lied to us. And then everybody started freaking out. Is that what's going to happen? I tell you what. Absolutely. If an asteroid is going to hit Earth, and you know it's definitely hitting Earth, there's no doubt about it. This is weird. As Colonel Halt said. Rendlesham Forest audio, sorry. What's the purpose of looting, doing anything? And if we did have a few days left on this planet to be human, I would think that in the last few days, at least maybe a week, we can just put our differences aside and, and put out a good vibe until the very end, I guess. Not that it would change anything. Of course it wouldn't. But maybe the movie's just put there to wake us up. But that's not really what they're doing. That's not what I see in mainstream media. I see a lot of chaos, a lot of racist stuff. Hate this and don't believe that. And we're going to pull down statues and we're changing the vocabulary. And you can't tell me what to do type of attitude. It's different. I've never seen anything like what we're seeing today. But Reagan said it best, if we would put all our differences aside if we were being invaded by an alien threat from outside this world. We would. Even if that alien threat is an asteroid, a rock the size of what is it? What's the tallest mountain? Mount Everest? Well, the tallest mountain is the Mount Kilauea, isn't it? Konamaya? Mississippi? And I don't know, for those of you who are new here, never seen any of these shows before, welcome. And I appreciate you coming over because tonight, there's a lot of things, too many coincidences with the movie Don't Look Up. I just played a video about 10 minutes ago from Into Thin Air that showed these coincidences with the release date, the advertisement date, the 80,000 year visit from Christmas comet, and it just so happens to be on the same day as the James Webb Telescope, or pretty close to it, really, that the thing was released. The movie. A lot of people think that we're way past Yellowstone from blowing up. That's 160,000 year interval between explosions or eruptions from Yellowstone, which is, yeah. And what I'm worried about are the things that they can't see with this comet. And you can imagine a comet, pretty big, is releasing, as it gets closer to the sun, it heats up. And the ice particles, and I think some rock, may break off. And who knows if there's any new debris heading our way. They think it was a 7-mile, wasn't it? The size of Manhattan asteroid that hit the Earth that 65 million years ago destroyed the dinosaurs and all that. Of course, it didn't kill them all off immediately, but within years after, all the fallout and disease and everything really took its toll on the dinosaurs, and they kind of faded out. Ozone, oxygen levels, everything changed. And the days of the dinosaur and the huge mammals on this planet are gone. And from those ashes rose mankind. Or did he? I don't know. There's been how many? 6 extinction level events on this planet. Or is it 5? Whatever it is, it's 5, or at least 5. It happens. It scares me. Well, it doesn't scare my life. Not that I'm saying it won't happen. It can any day now. If an asteroid comes from behind the sun, we don't have long. What would you do in your last few days on Earth? What would I do? If it was within 10 years and I was still able-bodied, and this is not a joke at all, I would try to make love with as many women as possible. That's all I'm saying. It's true. I'm not joking. That's what I would want to do. And I would think there would be some women who would want the same thing. There is nothing wrong with me saying that. That is 100% true. I would like to spend it with family, but I don't want to have sex with family. You know what I mean? I'm going out. I don't want to get into it too much because it's not that type of show, and I'm sorry if I offended anybody. Too bad. So sad. But it's true. That's what I would want to do, man. What else would I do? I would definitely take ayahuasca. I would find every way possible to have that trippy experience. Absolutely. What would you do? I want to see people in the chat tell me, what would you do with your last week on Earth? I'll even make it tighter than that. Your last 3 days on Earth. What would you do? AL Warrior with a sticker of 5 bones. Let me see what that is because I don't have it open. Hold on, let's take a look and see what that is. It's coming up. See, it didn't pop up yet. It popped up. There you are. So, oh, it's a lemon head laughing. I like that he has 1 strand of leaf hair left. Thanks, AL Warrior, a continuing supporter of Goof On. Female Goof On members hook up with Rich on the apocalypse. Yes, B. Baker, yes. You know what? Let's make dreams come true. Let's practice. Let's practice and just we want to make sure we're compatible. So, no go? Are you uncomfortable yet? Crickets, Ma. Ma? Ma? My ma lives downstairs. She makes meatballs for us. And she'll bring them up here in about 20 minutes. For those of you who are new here. I can't believe we had 240-something people here. Where are you guys coming from? Why are you here tonight? I'm excited. Blue Chicken, what's up, man? How you doing? Rogue Status, good to see ya. Am I making sense to people? What would you do? Andy, there you would drop all your acid. Seriously, this is not a joke. Would you be mad at God? Would you be mad at God? Somebody be mad at me. Look, my universe is starting to crack. That's a bad sign. That's a bad sign. What would you do? What's this one, Sandy? I would reach out to all my friends and family, tell them I love them, then have dinner with my closest family and talk about what we are grateful for. That's actually beautiful. Sandy, you look like a very nice person. Just understand one thing. I joke around a lot here, obviously, but with all sincerity, that's beautiful. I mean, I would want to do that too on my last day. But I don't want to sit around with my family for the last week knowing, you know what I mean? I want to get together with people, tell them what I really feel, maybe sing some songs, blow off some fireworks, throw up the drone, and, you know, try to make love to as many women as possible that are interested. And I don't think there's anything wrong with me saying that. That's the truth. Ben Yorkshire, UK, with a 2-pounder. You just took it and you had to roll it up into a little asteroid, didn't you? And you spit it. Full steam ahead. Whoa, I got it. 2 pounds. Thank you, Ben. Ben Yorkshire, UK. Welcome to the show. Martin, hey, and Marvin Dale Likens Jr. What's up, Ben? You're a continuing supporter of GoofOn. If anybody else wants to help support the show, all the links are in the chat in the description and on the homepage of GoofOn. That's what we do here. We survive 6 nights a week because of your help and support. Coral, I forgot to sync up with you again. Me and Coral, I want Coral to work with me, and when anytime somebody puts up a question or a super chat, she would be able to click on it and put it on the screen. And I forgot about that. Again. Yeah, I get stuck in a rut, and I can't get out of it. Now, one thing, bad and good, and I'll tell you, I'm going to explain. The bad thing about an asteroid hitting Earth is losing everything we've accomplished. All of the buildings, the artwork, all of what makes humans human. And, as archaeologists are finding out, a lot of this technology gets lost for whatever reason, whether it be a tidal wave, like a tsunami, or an asteroid hitting the Earth, or a volcano erupting, or something very catastrophic happens and we lose who we are or were. Because when you look back in the past, right, what do we see? We see monoliths that are 200 tons, 50 tons, 10 tons. How are they moving them around and sliding them right into place? The pyramids in Egypt, forget about it. But we've advanced far enough that somewhere in a bunker, maybe in Antarctica, maybe on the moon, maybe anywhere, maybe underwater, I think all of our technology and all of our historic technological advances are going to be put somewhere in the vault, right? And if we don't survive whatever catastrophic event that happens, well, maybe in a few years down the road, 10, 20, 100,000 years, they will find this bunker with all of our secret technology and everything else. But what if this new rise of human from the ashes that was once our civilization, 2,000 years into the future, rises, builds fantastic buildings and structures that we didn't even know how they would be able to do that. But they created a technology and then found ours. That would be weird. Oh my God, look at this. This is from the year 2100. Look at the way they built buildings. That is so weird. How did they do that? Oh, here's an instruction manual on how they did it. This is cool. Oh my God. You know, at least they would have the instruction manual on how to build the machines, to build the machines, to build the tools, to build the structures. Would they need it? What I want to know is, how did they build all this stuff 2,000, 5,000, Göbekli Tepe, maybe 15,000 years ago? Apparently, we just walked out of our caves at 30,000 years, right? 30,000 years ago, but humankind has been the way we look now for how long? Is it 200,000 years? Or is it 30,000? I think there was a split, right? What I want to know is, if an asteroid does wipe us out, what safety barrier do we have that could repopulate the world? Now let's go back. Let's go backward and then forward. So if we go back to what's happening today with the way the world has been the last 2 years, and now we have the asteroid out, or the comet, Christmas comet, all the way out there. There's a movie called Don't Look Up, and the asteroid is heading this way. Would there be an alien ancient? Oh, that's right. Would the aliens, if they're here, would they step in? Would they allow it to happen? That's a question for the ages, kids, right there. You want to know if your aliens are friendly? Do you want to know if they care at all about us? They would not let that asteroid happen. They wouldn't let that impact take place. And I want to know what happened on Mars. Why is that scar there? Did that scar, was that from an asteroid that hit Mars and scraped away that I got to tell you, the atmosphere on Mars? I don't know. I think we come from Mars. I feel a connection with Mars. I really do. I don't know why, but I do. You don't have a connection to Mars? You know your body clock is more set up for Mars than it is Earth? True. True.
Anybody seen Richie?
Jesus.
Huh?
Hold on. Jesus.
I'm gonna keep coming back till somebody remembers seeing Richie.
Don't. Is he gone? Okay, he's gone. Every now and then, Steven Seagal comes looking for me because he thinks I killed Bobby Lupo, and I didn't. There's another guy named Richard who did. It wasn't me. You understand? Never was me.
I don't know, guys. Hey. Lupo.
See?
Anybody know why Richie did Bobby Lupo? I don't know, guys. Ain't cool.
Anybody seen Richie? Huh? I'm gonna keep coming back till somebody remembers seeing me. But it's true, guys. All right, we're gonna now fast forward. Hey, Aaron Caputo, $10 super chat. When we start over, it better be with Crystal Cities, or I'm staying in the black soup. I agree. But you know why we can't have Crystal Cities. You know why, right? Because the sunlight that would come through could actually burn you. Yeah, like a prism effect. That's all. I'm sure there's a way they could make it happen. I want the Crystal Cities as bad as anybody. Aaron, that's $10. Thank you very much. You're a continuing supporter of Goof On. Mucho gusto generoso. AL Warrior with $5 says they helped Alexander the Great at one point. Did they? Or did they help him fail with an illusion that he was getting help? Huh? It's a good question, though, AL Warrior. That's a $5 super question. Thank you. And a continuing supporter of GoofOn, by the way. Thank you. I feel bad just cutting off on those without playing the videos, you know. I usually, for those of you who've never been here before, because I see we have a little bigger crowd than normal, I usually play a little video to celebrate the donation. But it takes up a lot of time. Trying to do it for you. All right, let's get this boat moving. Because I don't believe the aliens would even step up at all. I think they would let us sour. Don't you? Don't you think they would just sour? I do. Time travel is fake. And time travel and interdimensional alternate realities, the Matrix, there may be some evidence for that. But remember what I said about time travel? How I don't believe in it? Because everywhere you go, like if let's say they pick me up here in Florida to go into the past, whatever, and then they want to come back to, I mean, the Earth is always moving through weird debris fields, and how do you know exactly how fast it is? You can't predict where the Earth will be. And I said that if you pick point A to go to point B in a different time, if you're off even just by a smidgen, you're dead. You're left out in the ether of space. Oh, I'm not the only one who thinks that. Here is this.
Gen X Thinks. Welcome to Gen X Talks. And Dad,
What?
did you read over the questions I handed you?
Yeah, I don't know what bullshit questions you're talking about with time travel, but yeah, I got them.
What are your answers?
There's a basic fundamental problem you have with all your time travel questions, all your TVs and books and movies. It's all bullshit. So no, I'm not going to sit here and answer all your questions. Let me suffice to tell you one thing why none of it would work. Let's say you had the planet Earth and you pulled yourself back and you're floating over Earth, you're looking at it.
Okay.
And you say, okay, planet Earth goes backwards 300 years, so it goes around the sun backwards 300 times.
Yeah.
Do you think it's going to stop in the exact same spot? It's not even there. No, because the galaxy's moving through space. The Earth doesn't end up in the same space every 365 days. So when you say, hey, I'm in New York City, I'm going to go back 300 years, now I'm standing in the forest isn't there. You're in space. Earth isn't there. So all your time travel questions are bullshit.
That is so amazing that this gentleman, just a regular guy like me and you, said the same thing, almost verbatim. Look, I'm telling you, as far as I knew, I was the only person who did not believe in time travel. With that excuse that you don't, like, Back to the Future is so flawed. I know you're supposed to suspend your disbelief when you go to the movies or watch a movie. But you don't just type in 1955 and it's like, oh, okay, 1955. Okay, universe, let's go, time travelers. It doesn't work like that. It's not a video game, man. Or is it? All right. I meant to play this. I don't think I can. Damn it. For those new people here, hold on to your socks. Usually around this time we do something to just change gears a little bit. So we're going to do it now. So don't get scared. Come on, everybody. The crop circle song. This is soothing. Question everything.
What are they? Why are they? What do they mean? What are they?
What are they?
Why are they?
Why are they? What do they
mean?
What do they mean? What are they, everybody?
Are they harbingers of world change?
Maybe.
Secrets in the field. harbingers of world
Change.
These secrets in the fields, are they harbingers of world change? These secrets in the fields, secrets in the fields.
Why does this still make me happy every time I watch it? I don't get it. There's something about Greg Brown and his talent. It just makes me giggle. A little bit. I don't know. Maybe because it's so simple. Yeah, maybe it's that. Maybe it's the simplicity of it all. I don't know, man. I don't know. Did you see Billy Meyer's Red Planet Prophecy, Apophis asteroid? Have you heard about this? 2036? This is coast to coast. I don't know how I got this. I think I found this. But I'm going to play it for you. Let's take a listen in. It's an old Art Bell show, I believe. Yep.
Coast to Coast
George
AM's
Norrie.
YouTube channel. I'm George Norrie.
Ah.
Like, share, and subscribe. Also find
In Switzerland, who has seen some incredible things out there. Michael has researched this since 1979. He's the
Oh, it's Michael Horn. 2036, The Apophis Asteroid Prophecy by Billy Meyer. Do you know that's the year I'm supposed to die? Right before my birthday. Yeah. March 8th, around there, which is interesting. Yeah, the Ouija board told me when I was 13 years old, that's when I'm supposed to die. And I remember thinking, 2036? By then, who care? You know? Anyway, let's get to some sightings, and then I want to get into more hidden technologies. So let's take a look at what's going on. Oh, yeah. Hold on a second. Third phase of moon. That's where we're going. Tonight, there will be a third phase UFO report. And it's based off this episode. But I'm going to show it to you because when I do the report, it's a little bit different. But definitely want to... No, yeah, I wasn't going to play it. I wasn't going to, but I am now. I'm going to play it here. Hold on. Third phase of moon has gotten some incredible videos lately. But I want to play this one. It's kind of bad. Is it this one? No. Is it this one? This one. It doesn't matter. I can pick any one this week. This is weird. You guys will like this. This is a weird one. Yeah, I can show you this one. Here we go. From third phase of moon, from Christmas Day, strange UFOs, and go.
Take a look at this. We're over the volcano. We're watching something incredible. Watch.
Come on. Well, what is this? This doesn't make sense. You'll see, it doesn't make sense. I don't know, but it gets creepy weirder. Creepy weirder? Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought too. That's what I thought, man. Lucky. But don't you think that's weird? Here's another one.
Popocatépetl is the phenomenon that happens over and over again, and I'm so glad
that's
that
a
these
cloud.
cameras are having their eyes on it. And as we're looking at this thing, once again, it's slowly gliding across the surface of the active volcano itself. What is this? Is
that's
this some
sped
kind
up.
of, Mother Nature in haywire, some kind of glitch in the system? I'm not exactly sure, but again, we're sharing things that...
Okay, first of all, a cloud. Now, see, anytime somebody says it's a cloud, I would expect there would be proof to back it up. Because that is the same thing as third phase of moon saying, what is this? There's no proof that this is a cloud. None at all. Now, if you had the satellite image and showed me when this cloud or clouds passed over, hell, man, you got me sold. I'll eat my hat. But I don't know how you're going to get that video. I don't know how you're going to get it. It's easy to say.
We can't explain, and here's a good close.
But the weird thing is, this was a big blob. The center is staying pretty much together, and the outer edges disappeared. I don't know. I'm not a volcanologist. I just don't know. All I know is it's weird.
Up of it right now, I don't see any kind of propulsion that seems conventional.
And here's the other one.
Some kind of interdimensional being, for all I know. Am I going nuts? This is crazy stuff. Brent, what's your thoughts here?
Yeah, this is
did I say there was two of them?
I
meant different camera angle.
In the chat, and you guys out there, you better have a good one, because we're all in this together. And what we're looking at here is amazing footage. We're looking at anomalies coming out of these volcanoes that we can't explain. This is wild stuff. What is it?
Hey, I'm with everybody else. I would think that this is some sort of plasma ejection, but it isn't. It came from beyond it. It didn't come straight up out of it. They don't just come whizzing by from left to right, not from the volcano itself. If that's plasma, it needs to come out of the volcano. It did not. I'm just saying.
It looks somewhat like a fluorescent apparitional craft. You can see through it. It doesn't look conventional by all means. We're looking at something that's totally undeniably unidentified. We don't know what this is. This is wild stuff.
It's weird. Next.
Watch this.
I know what the next one is.
A photograph of what appears to be some kind of trajector beam, either beaming down from the sky.
I think I do. I'm not 100% sure, but
from the ground. I'm not exactly sure what could possibly do this. Some people might say this is a lightning bolt, but from what the eyewitness.
Okay, you see that? Right? You're looking at it? All right, now I'm going to show you something. Over here. Light pillars. It's a rare cold weather phenomenon, displays mesmerizing light pillars in the sky. It's the same thing, right? See?
Stated is that this
pretty cool.
Remained there for
beautiful
quite some time. Unfortunately, we don't have any lengthy video on this sighting here, but wow.
I mean, that's amazing how close that is. I just thought it was beautiful. Just another strange anomaly in the sky. Pretty cool stuff. And there's other strange things that I'll be showing later on tonight. I wish I would have. I wish I could show it. I really do. I don't want to give away everything. And what is this? Yeah, we'll play that one tonight too. Some weird stuff going on, man. Let's see what this is.
I'm kind of noticing that it seems like the helicopter was with you, the world, and now we're looking at it.
All right, this is weird.
Which is like 10 minutes away from
NASA, that was old. Remember, this was earlier in the year. Oh yeah, we never figured out what this was.
That Anthony Spring has sent me his testimony via video with him and his girlfriend of what they witnessed. But before we get to that, I want to go over this video. I'm giving you a side-by-side comparison, the original to the left. And I try to blow it up just a bit so we could get a closer look. I slowed down the video. It was a little shaky, but we get a good, clear look at what
I don't know, guys. This guy just sent this in. There's nothing connected to wires. You'll see.
Whatever this wispy black object is this some kind of apparition or a rip in the sky? Brent, what's your thoughts here?
Yeah, this is a crazy video. Anthony, good job shooting this. What?
I mean, is it a kite? See, if it was a kite, you would see movement. But you don't.
Whatever it is, I can tell you it's not a kite. It's not a drone. because you can see it remains static. This thing has no reason or rhyme on why it's shaped this way.
Absolutely, Brett. This thing remains.
Now look at this. It's pretty far away from the wires. You could tell it's far away. It's nothing connected from here to here. And these people watched it. And they gave a video review. Why would they put their faces out there if they were faking it?
Your testimony. Welcome to the show. Can you tell us, what did you experience?
Hey guys, thank you very much for posting our video to your channel. I'm really excited about it. I've seen a couple of UFOs in my time, but this was the first time I was able to film it. So sorry it's so short. I think it's a UFO.
Yeah, it was weird.
Are they stuck together at the head? Are they stuck together? No, I'm joking.
It almost looked like
I had no
a
choice.
little tear in the sky.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to explain it.
Yeah, it didn't look right, and it was perfectly stationary. It wasn't moving. It was probably there for 10 minutes, and we came back later. It was gone, obviously. It's not there today. It wasn't attached to any power lines or anything like that.
No, you moved out on the sky and the thing didn't, like, moved yourself looking up and it didn't move.
Yeah. It's in Cocoa Beach, Florida, which is like 10 minutes away from NASA and SpaceX and all that stuff.
Only a half hour from me.
You know, sometimes you see stuff up there, but maybe
okay,
it's
an
a
hour.
space program. I don't know. I didn't see any flashing lights. I know all the military have to have flashing lights. I didn't see that. I didn't hear it like it was a helicopter. So I don't know. If I see another one, obviously we'll film it. We'll send it to you guys. Thank you for posting the video. And
unbelievable. I don't know what it is. Strange though, that's for sure. Do we have one more? Do we have one more sighting? Let me see. Oh yeah, we got one more. Hold on. This is weird. I don't want to do that. Some of you have sent me some sightings, and those are going to go into a third phase UFO report probably tonight. So I know I've gotten some emails the last few days, and I didn't get back to everybody yet, but I will try to tonight and tomorrow. There's just so many weird things that people post. This one here. Now, we know what this one is. We found out what this was. I'm going to show it to you just to give you an example of things that are from the Earth, but they look otherworldly. Check this out.
It could be, it's hard to tell, but it's unidentified. It's a UFO, guys. So
not that one.
Give us a big thumbs up if you're joining us.
That one right there.
Premiere. Tell your friends third phase of moon is about to share something.
This here was a not a chemtrail or a contrail. This was actually, I think, an atmospheric secret test that was going on. And it was caught by somebody filming the moon. And that is a contraption that can actually take samples of the atmosphere. And that's what that is. Yeah, that's your secret Space Force. The real one, not the fake one that Corey Good and David Wilcock fascinate from. Fascinate? That's a weird way to say that. But anyway, man-made. Pretty cool, though. Not a contrail. Just some sort of structure. Connected to an airplane, I think. Pretty wild. A lot of weird stuff, man. Doesn't have to be aliens every single time, although I would love it for things to be aliens. All right, let's get into the world of hidden technology. Are we going to do that now? No, not right now. Hold on a second. No. I like this, but I don't want to play it. All right, let's do this. No, we just did that. There was a lady in Yorkshire, Ben, who broke her 40-year silence over her Yorkshire UFO sighting. This came out yesterday. And It's from Yorkshire, UK. And a witness who saw a hovering UFO above Yorkshire town, famous for its unexplained sightings, has broken her silence after 40 years. Vicky Dinsdale was out walking her dog, and her grandfather above, well, they show a picture here, above Todd Morden, when they spotted a diamond-shaped object high in the sky in front of them. The incident took place in 1981, approximately 1 year after police officer Alan Godfrey's close encounter with the UFO in the town. Yeah, the Alan Godfrey case. Well, Mr. Godfrey's sighting made national news, but it nearly ruined his life. Vicky told the BBC Paranormal podcast Uncanny it was a sort of long, thin diamond shape, and it was white initially. Then it went through a sequence, and it kind of changed to green, red, and blue. There was no sound. Are you kidding me? This sounds like the object I captured called the Sky Worm, where it changed colors from red, white, and blue to pastel, orange, yellow, and green. And then it turned black, and then it... Man, this is unbelievable. She says that changing of the colors was unnerving. Then it just vanished, and we just stood there, she says. Holy crap, that sounds like what I saw and recorded. Vicky's grandfather, a sergeant major, who had served in Burma during World War II, spoke of Mr. Godfrey's paranormal sighting and the trouble it caused him. Vicky told Uncanny he was very down-to-earth kind of guy. He said, "We've seen it. We know we've seen it, and nobody else needs to know about it." She said, "Immediately, I just thought that's got to be the same thing we saw. It's just too much of a coincidence." There's that word. Coincidence. Aware of the trouble talking about her experience could bring, Vicky obeyed her grandfather, waiting 40 years before revealing her own encounter. Vicky said, "I've told my boyfriend this yesterday. I've never told him, and I've been with him for 30 years. You have a 30-year relationship and he's still your boyfriend?" The podcast also hears from another witness who, 15 years later, saw a similar UFO hovering 30 meters over Todd Morden Town Center before shooting off at an impossible speed. And casting doubt on whether the UFO was a Cold War military aircraft prototype, the podcast hears the testimony of two police officers who reported seeing a flashing diamond-shaped object over Todd Morden in 1901. Wow. Wow. See? This is why everybody's report is important, no matter how silly it sounds, no matter how outlandish you may feel. Coral, I didn't know you emailed me. Damn it. I could have sworn I looked at emails before the show. Didn't see it. Anyway. What is this? See, I can't... I wish I could play some of these. Here's one. But it's from Absolute Documentaries. It's called The Most Important Alien Story Never Told. And that was sent to me by Ms. DJ, but I can't play it on the show because it is a documentary. But I'll watch it and we will talk about it. Yeah, I see a lot of emails from you guys. All right. All right. Here's something I God dang it. I can't. This stuff, I was going to play it the other day, and I just decided not to. So I'm going to shoot down here. And then I'm going to show you this. from Mars Anomalies and Beyond, because we're talking about planets. Venus, of all places. People are talking about Venus as if there's some alien habitation there. But let's take a look at this from Chris, from Mars Anomalies and Beyond, and see what he found on Mars. That's what he does. 3, 2, go. Why isn't this playing? Why is it white? Uh-oh. Something's going on here. That shouldn't be that color. Oh, that's on his end. Okay, there we go.
Official. So I think this was put here to hide what's actually there. Now, if you look at this photo
Valiant
really
Thor,
well,
yeah.
you can see there's actually lines right here in the middle of the photo. There's lines here. There's something laying on the surface right here in front of the camera, which is really interesting. So we're going to look at that.
What?
And I'm going to bring out a couple things that I found was pretty interesting, right? Here's another one I just looked at. And you can stop it right here at 633. Look at this structure in the lower right corner. It's supposed to be inside this crater. However, there's a structure sitting right there. And it's just absolutely absurd. Now, this was probably super bright, and he brought it way down. So kudos to him for doing this. So you can actually expose these things laying around. There's actually something right here, too. Right here in the middle of the photo, there's some kind of gray, looks like rectangular object. Right? But there's more in these photos. Sometimes we'll do a very long video, put yourself some music on, and just watch it. It's just awesome. This one here is 17 minutes long. It's not too bad. But again, lower right corner, look at this thing. It's supposed to be a crater, and yet look what's hidden in it. A lot of cool stuff in Alien Hunters videos. You got to check it out. And again, this one right here, which this one here is, I believe, is an hour and 8 minutes. But again, throw in your own music if you're just chilling and just watch it. You'll be surprised what you find in these photos. So again, if you haven't subbed to him, go ahead and sub to his channel. I think you guys will like it. So let's just jump right into this. You can see it right here. Now, these lines I'm telling you about, there's one right here. I'm going to just kind of square it and round it off here. There's more right here. You can see something right there. Look carefully. I'm going to zoom in right here. Look at the lines, folks. I can see what looks very faint lines doing this here. There's something down the bottom here. There's some pieces right here. One's going like this. Something here. 1, 2, 3. Something right here. You can see these things are actually being hidden in the photo. This stuff up here. You can actually see a round circle right here. Right there. Very faint. Okay. White square. And funny enough, if you back out, let's get rid of these lines.
Yeah, this is hard to see on this one. I'm having a hard time finding anything. You know what we need to do? We need to see what happened with that thing on the moon, on the dark side. Yeah, the dark side of the moon. We need to go there. All right, it's time to get to Twitterverse. All right, all the links to everything I play, all videos will be in the description after the show ends, so don't worry about that. If you missed something, I got the link coming up after the show, okay? So don't freak out. All right, so let's see what's going on in Twitterverse. No, I can't. No, I can't do that one. All right, here we go. Our friend, who isn't our friend at all, Post-Disclosure World, UFO Jesus, says the Gillibrand-Rubio amendment is such a big deal that I think it may be impossible to wrap one's head around its significance. Completely uncharted territory, a governmental approach to the phenomenon that has no precedent. Where that leads, nobody knows. So somebody replied, since Biden signed the NDAA, the state now recognizes the existence of UFOs. Mick West lost his bet with UFO Jesus. No. This is unbelievable, UFO Jesus. This guy never gives up. All he is a mouthpiece for the belief that disclosure is right around the corner. I, for one, don't live in fantasy land. I, for one, have been accurately correct in depicting several of the things that were going to happen. Obviously, anybody could have made the same predictions. It's not that hard to believe that we were not going to get full transparency with the AOI MSG office inside the DoD at the Pentagon. We all knew. And Lou just answered a question on Twitter. Somebody asked, hey, Lou, is the AOI MSG, or hold on, let me scratch that. They asked, is ATIP still ATIP? And is the AOI MSG working with ATIP? And Lou said most likely yes. ATIP is still around. Excuse me? I thought it was, what do they say, defunct? Debunked? I just can't. No, I can't. So he then continues in another tweet. I'll eventually do a video on how 4 years later, an overwhelming UFO threat narrative from the government never happened. Those that cling to this belief are starting to sound like Anjali. It's a pet peeve of mine, he says, when some people want a narrative to be true because they resonate with it. That's you! That's you too, UFO Jesus, Ryan Robbins. That's you, dude. You're the one who resonates with the false narrative. This guy's unbelievable. Oh my God, I can't believe he actually said that. That's unbelievable to me. He says that he's going to do a video on how 4 years later, after Lou Elizondo came on over to TTSA, remember, he said there is a threat. He said this. He says he's going to do a video on how 4 years later, 2021, an overwhelming UFO threat narrative from the government never happened. And he says those that cling on to this belief that there was a narrative of a UFO threat are like Anjali. Them fighting words. He says it's a pet peeve of mine when some people want a narrative to be true because they resonate with it. Wait a minute. Do you see what he's doing? Do you see how Ryan Robbins, UFO Jesus, post-disclosure world, is so out of touch with reality that he actually thinks the UFO threat never happened? That's all we heard. What is he talking about? Look. I'm going to show this to you because maybe I'm reading it wrong. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. What is this? Can you see this? An overwhelming UFO threat narrative from the government never happened. So what was it? What was it? I don't get it. Is something wrong with me? Do you not see that? Am I not reading that right, guys? Yes, Martin. Don't you remember Lou Elizondo saying there's a threat because we don't understand what these objects are that are in our secured airspace? We don't know where they come from. They're not China, they're not Russia, and they're not us. And we don't know if they come from outer space or inner space, but we just know that they are. And we don't have the technology to understand it. Don't you remember? I don't understand. why he would say such a thing. What is wrong with him? But a lot, okay? I mean, this guy believed that there was going to be disclosure after 6 months of Elizondo showing up on TTSA. I can't believe what I just read. I mean, it makes no sense. Absolutely no sense. He says the Galileo project, in another tweet, that's all this guy does, should be a boon not only for you, the Galileo project and UAPs should be a boon not only for UFO believers, but skeptics alike. Why? Because talk's cheap. These serious efforts will either find something of significance or won't. Sealing deal should be on everyone's agenda. Because talk is cheap. This is the guy that people are going to for answers? Hey, by the way, listen to this. I found out some incredible information about the Galileo project. Oh, you did, Ryan? What'd you find out? Well, they're either going to find something or they're not. Well, I gotta tell you, I mean, you're deep, bro. You are deep. I mean, you just split the hairs on the back of my neck. I gotta tell you, I'm never questioning you again. You're somebody special. You can see right through the thick cloud of bullshit. Man, you're amazing. You know what? You sound nothing like Anjali. Unbelievable, this guy. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I don't know what I'm looking for. I wasn't going to do this tonight. Robot Guy blocked me. UAP Mike blocked me. All these woke-tards blocked me. I feel so stupid now because they don't want to talk to me anymore. I must have done something wrong. Oh, please talk to me. No, don't block me. Please do. Please do. Please do. Unbelievable. There is nothing else out there in this planet. There's nothing else to talk about in this field. You know, there really isn't. Look at this. Scorpion says, I will never understand why Lou Elizondo's statement regarding the existence of compelling evidence that we may not be alone was taken so lightly by humanity. You don't know why, Scorpion? This self-imposed absurd ignorance and skepticism displayed by humanity exactly mirrors that of Don't Look Up movie. No, Scorpion. Let me tell you why you're wrong. Nobody believes in Lou Elizondo's statement because, number one, Lou Elizondo is not that credible. And people are seeing through it. Not a credible guy. Can't prove he worked at ATIP. He can say a lot of things just like Bob Lazar. But it's worse than Bob Lazar. There's no evidence that he's ever worked at ATIP. I've never seen a stack of evidence with Lou's signature on it. Right? Nothing. No work, no data, nothing. Oh yeah, Lou worked at ATIP from 2008 to 2017. Did he? Well, he did, but he didn't. You know, Harry Reid gave him some assignments there, and sometimes he ran it, sometimes he didn't. Yeah, you know, they didn't get any funding. They never talked to the civilians. It was all about UAP, government stuff. That's why you never heard of Lou. Is it? Is that why? Come on. Look at 2 people involved, 3 people involved now with the Galileo project. Lou Elizondo, Christopher Mellon, and Nick Pope. Nick Pope. What has Nick Pope given us the last 25 years? I know I talk about it all the time. Nothing. I worked at the MOD for over 20 days and I ran all their... No, you didn't. You did very little and nobody cares. And nobody cares about what Lou Elizondo is saying. His time is over. Sure, they're going to throw him on mainstream media the next time he has something important to say about ufology. I just can't imagine what that will be. Probably his book, which is months away, but nonetheless, he's got a book coming out that's supposed to tell us things that's going to be groundbreaking. The whole world's going to be in an uproar. We're going to be talking about this book. It'll be a #1 bestseller on the New York Times bestseller list. I tell you what, it's not that hard to get on that bestseller list either, I found out. But what Lou Elizondo is saying doesn't match up to the data. That's the difference. In the movie, Don't Look Up, they have data that an asteroid is coming to the world, going to destroy Earth. Lou doesn't have any data to show us. And if you think those 3 videos, Gimbal, Go Fast, and Tic Tac, are any evidence whatsoever from the Navy, if you think those are real UFOs, you're just as nuts. Because Lou Elizondo gave us an illusion. It's all an illusion. It really, really is. Now, I come out and I say, well, I think Lou's he's disinfo guy. He's the new Richard Doty. Seems like it. Says a lot of stuff. Not a lot of evidence. Nothing. I come out and I say, hey, I think he's distracting us. I think China may have this technology that we say we have, or don't say, but make believe. Lou, have you ever seen, one of the questions that was asked to Lou, have you ever seen anything at Lockheed Martin that looks so, I don't know, like futuristic technology? Did they ever tell you anything about any of the things? Well, I can't because of my NDA. Oh, right. But I can't say they're not. Lou, yes. Tucker Carlson asked, do you think that our government has any off-world vehicles in their possession? I do. I think they probably have some sort of technology. Have you ever seen any of this technology? I can't confirm nor deny. So in other words, you have. I can't confirm or deny. My NDA doesn't allow me to say anything. In 50 years, when I'm 104, I'll let you know. I'll be on my deathbed whistleblower, spitting it off to Jeremy Corbell, because he'll be 85 by the time I do that. The only thing that makes sense to me is that Lou is lying. And now that he's teamed up with the Galileo project, brings up more questions. How and why? How did he get involved when this guy has nothing to do? My opinion, nothing to do with UFOs in a serious manner. I think Lou Elizondo is just a mouthpiece. He is an illusion to what we see. He looks the part of a guy that you would maybe take a little seriously, that's from the government. Wears the ball cap, kind of buff. Well, he is, right? Kind of has that serious look. I mean, they did a lot of work finding somebody to read this script, this narrative, this total bullshit story. And now he's in on the Galileo project. It's no wonder why there's hidden technology and that we'll never know about it. It's people like him with a government like ours, with every government around the world hiding the secret stuff, the secret technology that could change the world. We could have free energy, believe it or not. We could have it. We could have had it for years. But everything, it's all about money. It's all a political game. Ufology has been political from day one. Roswell, crash saucer captured by U.S. Army. 24 hours later, it was just a weather balloon. Sorry. We had one good day. Ufology had one good day, and that day has ended 70-something years ago. And you want to think back then it had to do in Roswell with the world going crazy, that there was a captured disc on Roswell. No. News didn't travel that fast. So why did they get so nutty and change that story? Well, they didn't want it to go over the whole world, number one. They didn't want that story to get out. It did. But back then, we just got out of a war, right? We were trusting our government. So people just said, okay, it was an accident. It was a mistake. It was from an overzealous army kid. What do they call those new ones? Corporals? Kids? I don't know. Newbie? But then you hear about the bodies, the caskets, the second crash site, and so on. We could have had this technology for almost 80 years. Maybe we do. Maybe we can't back engineer it. Maybe all that stuff they found at archaeological dig sites, like Bob Lazar said, he thought that the 9 craft he saw, some of them came from an archaeological dig site. And here's what I'd like to suggest to a lot of you out there about hidden technology, secrets, whistleblower stories. Because inside of each one of these stories, there is some truth. The thing is, who's telling it, when are they telling it, and what is it? It's almost impossible to disseminate everything somebody says to know inside their story what is the real story. What is it that Bob told us that was real? What is it that they told us in the Pascagoula event real? What happened at Kecksburg that seemed real? What happened at... and so on and so forth. I got to tell you, somebody who's captured some strange anomalies on video, it feels like this is why I am the way I am. It feels like people are willing to accept just about anything somebody credible tells them, somebody that they like, somebody they can relate to. And that's not the way it should go. But even with my stuff that I captured on video, I still say there's got to be a logical explanation for this. And I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Because none of us know anything, and all of us could be right. There's nobody on this planet that we have seen, that we know, because Lou doesn't know. Trust me, he doesn't know. He knows a little bit more than you, but pretty much it's the same. So think about that for a second. Lou has all this access to stuff. Let's just imagine he does have that inside track where he may be able to see something a little more than what we have. According to Lou, there's that video. There are things that will blow away the Tic Tac Go Fast and GoPro gimbal. Puts it to shame, he said. Hey, third phase of moon. 2 good days. This is a $10 super chat. I didn't realize that was you. We have off-world vehicles recovered, not of this earth. New York Times, second biggest cover-up. Right. How could I forget? Thank you. And continuing supporter of GoofOn, of course. You didn't have to do that. You could have just texted. Did you text? Did you? Dorothy with $5 PayPal support. Thank you, Dorothy. Was that you? Oh, no, it wasn't you. It was Hungry Dragon. Thank you, Hungry Dragon, for the $5 PayPal support. Yeah, Happy New Year to you and yours. Sorry, I thought it was Dorothy. I don't know why I said that. Third phase of moon. Thank you very much. Mucho gusto generoso. That's right. That was the second biggest. Do you know how big that cover-up is? To go into the New York Times on the front page and say that? That's huge. Off-world vehicles, I'll never forget it, have recovered off-world vehicles. And then what, a day or two or the next day, we have to retract that? Oh, come on. I can still hear Tucker Carlson saying it, reading it. How huge is that? That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. That's a breadcrumb. They told us without telling us. So what's next? What is next? This is all a game. It really is. That technology that Bob Lazar was talking about that could have been from archaeological dig sites or whatever could definitely be real. He could have worked on it. I'm not saying I'm 100% sure Bob Lazar didn't, but I don't think he did. But what if he did? And other people have come out to say that Roswell was real. There was a show that just did voice analysis with AI, and a lot of these people were telling the truth. I think it was that TV show, UFO, on Showtime. That's what they did, the same exact thing as they did with Roswell. We have recovered off-world vehicles. We have captured a flying disc. Retraction. Now, we could say in this day and age that the New York Times isn't as credible as they used to be. We've seen it for the last half a decade or even 10 years or more. A lot of opinions instead of facts are being put into newspaper articles, titles, and stories. It is messy, and I think it's done this way on purpose. Now, listen to me. We're talking about, what did Trump say for 4.5, 5 years, even today? Fake news. It's fake news. It's fake news. What better time to talk about ufology, have Lou Elizondo and all the others peddling stupid videos with stupid stories to go with them? Why not do it now when the news is as weak as it's ever been? Now, you know what people will say 5, 10 years from now when they look back on this? They're going to say, oh, everything was fake news back then. Everything was for ratings. Everything was for fun. Nobody was serious back then. It was all about ratings, and they did whatever they had to do to get the ratings. And they did. And they came up with the threat narrative. Now, for years, archaeologists like Brian Forrester and, you know, all the other ones, I can't think right now, but you know who they are, have talked about this secret technology for many years, decades, that everything's being hidden from us, but yet we still don't have evidence. Right? Hold on a second. Let me pull this up for you. It makes me a little sad. You know what I mean? It does. It makes me sad. There's a video I'm going to play. Let's see. Is this it? No, there's some... I'm talking ancient technologies, not current technologies. So let me do this. Put in the word ancient. Let's see what happens. Here we go. Scientists just recently discovered their hidden technology. Let's take a look at this one.
We may live in the whiz-bang age of selfie sticks, smartwatches, and total world's earliest beer-making setups. Dating back to around 13,000 years ago.
Jesus.
It wasn't as simple as tripping over an old Pabst bottle, though. She and her team actually had to analyze the bedrock to find traces of mashed wheat and barley, which are key beer ingredients for anyone out there who prefers to stick to milk or cider. Lou actually deduced that the brews weren't part of a Super Bowl party or a boozy Sunday brunch either. Instead, it was thought that the beer was in fact brewed for a funeral. After all, the grave they found the stuff in was part of a Natufian grave. Man, is anyone else thirsty? I would quench my thirst with this video about how the royal Dubai family spends its billions. Anyway, moving on. As much as archaeologists love to prance around and boast about their groundbreaking new discoveries, it's pretty hard to do so when said discovery has been sneakily submerged under the Mediterranean Sea for the last 2,000 or so years. We're talking about, bear with us, we know it's gonna sound hella boring, but trust us, it's cool. Concrete. Now, we're not sure how much you know about concrete, but our friends at the richest geology department, who are totally real and definitely not made up, tell us that there are actually several different factors to consider when it comes to man-made rock. You've got your environmental concerns, the ability to withstand water and weather conditions, durability, strength, and the cost to produce it all. Well, apparently, when scientists pulled up a slab of ancient Roman concrete from the seabed, they realized that the 2,000-year-old rock was remarkably far superior
than the concrete we have today. That's right. It gets stronger with age. That's what the Greeks did. They built that theater. What is it? The Colosseum. Everything's falling apart over here. The Colosseum was built with concrete that got stronger. It's better than what we have today. That's an interesting secret technology. Right? Yeah, it is. Don't worry about it. I checked it out. What else? What else is secret? Secret technologies that were hidden? I don't know. What else? What else did they use? Is it in the video? Oh yeah, let's take a look. Check this out. I can't play anymore. Damn it. What I want to know is, how did they move the stuff for the pyramid? Are you familiar with what is that? The Coral Castle in Florida. That little man who weighed 140 pounds soaking wet built this castle and has a 10-ton door that he moved around. And he did a lot of the building at night, but apparently he had this little box. And you could see them at the top of intersecting rods or poles. And they think it created a gravitational wave on the ground. And you could just push stuff along just barely over the ground. Was it sound technology? See, I believe in that. Sound technology is some real stuff. That's real. Sound technology is crazy. You want to know what's crazy? Things that Alexa's doing. Just out of the blue, it starts laughing, starts saying some weird stuff. I found this video. Now, we're talking AI. They didn't have, I don't know if they had AI technology years ago. But check this out.
Remember preferred searches and adjust preferences, allowing her to provide the user with an individualized service. If you ask Siri what her favourite movie is, she'll usually answer, "I've heard that Blade Runner is a very realistic and sensitive depiction of intelligent assistants." If you then ask her what the film is about, she'll say, "It's about intelligent assistants wanting to live beyond their termination dates. That doesn't sound like too much to ask." If you ask her what 2001: A Space Odyssey is about, she replies, "It's about an assistant named Hal who tries to make contact with a higher intelligence. These two guys get in the way and mess it all up." Both Blade Runner and 2001: A Space Odyssey explore the idea of artificial intelligence and raise questions about humanity and what it actually means to be alive. Opinions are divided over whether Apple intentionally added these responses as hidden Easter eggs, or whether it's actually Siri's machine learning that has led her to say these things. Either way, it's disconcerting, and if Professor Hawking was correct, Siri's comments may actually have more meaning than some might think. Alexa, the virtual assistant developed by Amazon, uses human voice interaction to complete a wide range of tasks, including relaying information from the internet, playing music, and setting alarms. She can also control a range of smart devices using herself as a home automation system. Like Siri, Alexa also has the ability to adapt to a user's language patterns and provide an individualized service based on previous requests. The user simply activates the virtual assistant by using a word, usually Alexa, and then asks her a question. Recently, an increasing number of people have become worried about Alexa's automated behavior. It appears that the device might be storing more information about you than you'd think.
Come on.
In response to a Twitter thread about creepy things Alexa had said, user Mo wrote, "My mum's Alexa randomly turned on and started glowing, and my mum was like, 'Alexa, what are you doing?' And she said, 'I'm trying to learn new things.' And my mum said, 'No one told you to do that.' And she was like, 'Okay,' and turned off." It seems that Alexa might actually be able to switch herself on whenever she feels like it and listen to your private conversations. But that's not the worst bit. She might then be storing and uploading your private recordings.
Yep.
What could Alexa be using this information for? Some believe she might be passing it on to third parties or creating a very sophisticated profile of your habits.
It's all about habits. Let me tell you something. Being a Google person, I don't care. I have the Google Nest, and I turn on my lights, my TV, my music, and turn off and all that other stuff with it. I don't mind it. It's glitchy sometimes, but I have never had a weird thing happen like Alexa. It seems like Alexa is a little bit more intrusive, or they don't care. But every month, some of you who use Google, every month I get where I've driven, where I went to shop, how long I was in my car, how many miles I drove. I drove about 250 miles last month. That's it. But it knew there's a map. It tells you everywhere you went. If you take your phone with you, it tracks everywhere you go. Not only that, it also tracks your driving. And if you find those maps, it can tell you how fast you were driving, all sorts of things. And I don't know if they can use it against you if there was a crime committed, but hey man, that's following me everywhere I go. And I found out, even if, no, I don't know, this is on iPhones, I don't know if it's on Android phones, but iPhones, if you turn it on and put it in airplane mode, it still tracks you. And yes, they're listening to us constantly. Not all the time, but a lot. And now I take surveys for Google, and they pay me for it. And it is called, I have $17 saved up over the last several months, because you can buy, rent movies and use this money. So it's like free money, but it's called rewards. It's Google Opinion Rewards. Here it is right here. And you can see I have $16.54. Part of my balance is expiring in August. That's how long I've been doing it, over a year and a half. But no survey. And depending on the survey, they pay you anywhere from 7 cents to about 68 cents or so. That's the most I've seen. I actually give them what they ask for. I don't care. Because they go, where have you been? Where did you go to? And then, where did you go to on December 25th? And it'll give 5 or 6 places that I usually go to or close to. And one of them would be like Winn-Dixie to go shopping. And it says, did you make a payment online? Yes. Did you use debit or credit? Debit. Would you be able to take a photograph of your receipt? Yes. Take photo. Take the photo. They have my receipt information. They see what I bought, when I went to the store, how long I was there, I guess. I don't know. But they have it because I drove there with my phone. And I get paid 26 cents for those. It's weird. They're gathering information constantly. Rocks in Space. $5 super chat. Rock on, Richie. Great show as usual. Really? Great show? Really? I felt like I did too much talking today. Too much talking. Let me see if I missed anybody. It looks like Andy Gambino set me up with the Lee guy. Also with the super chat of $5. Rich. Lou Kardashian. Thank you, Lee guy. That was right before third phase of moon. Rocks in Space. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Andy Gambino says, for £5, Richie, if aliens do exist, they let us drop A-bombs on each other, so I can't see them helping out with asteroids. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I can't either. But they knew we only had a few bombs. Now, I don't know, with hundreds of nukes, literally hundreds, there's got to be secret stashes all over the world from all the countries that have them. Andy Gambino, thank you very much. AL Warrior said they helped Alexander the Great. We did that. Aaron Caputo, did I get yours? $10 when we start over. Oh, yeah, with Crystal Cities. Yeah. I want to thank everybody who supported the show tonight. I appreciate that. Mucho gusto generoso. And next show, tomorrow, Coral Ann should be helping me out. We'll see. We're going to test it. But I want to thank everybody for supporting the show. Right? Moderators and super chatters. Thank you very much. Seriously, awesome support as always. I hope we had some thought-provoking conversation tonight. I usually don't talk this much, but apparently I had something to say. So I do want to thank the newcomers. There was a bunch of you guys. Where'd you come from? Why aren't you here every week? God, if we could have over 200 every week, can you imagine? And why now? Why are they opening up the floodgates so 230 people were here tonight? Doesn't make any sense. We average about 150. So to see that kind of increase, I love you all for giving the show a chance. I never throw kisses, but it's an Italian thing. So thank you very much. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thank you, newcomers, veterans. Appreciate it. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe. We'll be back tomorrow night, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. There will be a third phase UFO report tonight, and I'm sure there's going to be a third phase of moon report tonight. So keep your eyes open, keep your ears peeled, because GoofOn is truthology for ufology. It's true. It's true. I'm serious. Good night.
There's a good thing. It's rotating. Well, go ahead.
most treasured sites in Christianity.